What's going on, guys? I'm going to walk you guys through my October 2018 dividend or cash income from my investments. Most of you guys are well familiar with the portfolio that I generally keep, mostly consisting of energy stocks, but then is also somewhat held up in terms of weighted percentage by consumer staples and also a decent amount in real estate. And also my information technology is getting quite up there as well. And then it follows pretty closely behind with some financial stocks and also some telecommunication services as well. 3% current cash position throughout my entire portfolio, which is quite small. One major thing that I am going to be doing differently since the last time I talked to you guys is I'm now going to start pooling my dividends in my individual brokerage account. So the account where I have most of my portfolio. It is going to be making around $4,000 per year in terms of income, and that including the monthly allocations that I throw towards that account. It just makes sense to not automatically invest in things that might potentially be overvalued, and I'd rather be able to acquire the $1,000 or so per quarter and the couple $1,000 that I put in monthly to be able to allocate it towards the right investments rather than automatically investing in whatever it's already invested in. So that's pretty cool, and I'll keep you guys posted as to what I invest in the future with those funds and dividends. That being said, my individual retirement account and all other accounts at the moment will still be automatically reinvested because at the time they don't have enough cash flow coming in terms of dividends to really selectively invest, if that makes sense. Like for instance, my Roth IRA might still make below $2,000 in terms of next year, and I only have the ability to put in $5,500 up front every year. So that being said, it's going to be a lot more difficult to justify not automatically reinvesting those dividends, just because there's going to be it's going to be such a long amount of time for me to be able to reinvest, if that makes sense, while I wait. So in terms of the income that I got from October 2018, it was about $328. A lot of you guys at this point are probably familiar with the monthly dividend pairs I have, Realty Income Corp, Stag Industrial, and Main Street Capital. And also I have Starwood Property Trust, which paid me, which is also a mortgage real estate investment trust. And some of my other financial stocks, or not financial stocks, real estate stocks like Cyrus One and WP Carey also paid me in the month of October. And I have a pretty substantial Philip Morris dividend payment now, now that I have almost 70 shares. I don't remember exactly how much in my individual retirement account. And I also have a couple shares in my computer shares account where I directly invest with the company. So pretty interesting stuff there, and also just regular Altria Group in there, and then the new merged Dr. Pepper Snapple and Keurig Mountain dividend payment came through as well, with some Amex personal funds from my, I guess, rainy day fund, as you would call it, or I call it my nest egg. For those of you that might not know what I do, I keep a couple months worth of salary within there, and whenever it gets too large of an amount, I will then, push it towards my, say, individual brokerage account, or if it's towards the beginning of the year, I'll toss it in my IRA, all so that way, I'm not just having money sitting on the sideline idly. It gives me some sort of cushion in case of any sort of emergencies or high expenditure months, but nothing too crazy in terms of just sitting on a bunch of cash. So $328 for the entirety of the month, which isn't my best month, but if you go to my monthly dividends, you can see that the baseline in this purple amount, let me get this situated a little appropriately here for you guys. The orangish amount, you can see is continuing to go up month after month compared to this lighter blue, which is exactly what we want to see in terms of being able to continue investing in dividends and continuing to see a return comparing to last year. In terms of year-over-year growth, last year I made $218 in the month of October. This year I made $329. That's a growth percentage rate of about 51%. So 50% increase year over year, which is pretty good. Last month I had about a 40%. And let's see, just in case, what I'm expecting next month. So next month I'm expecting close to 70 to 80%, which isn't bad. And then if you just look year over year, currently sitting at about 64%. And estimated just under $5,700 for the year, which is quite phenomenal. It's a growth of about $185 per month compared to last year. Last year I was making about $289 a month. This year I'm going to be closing in on $474 a month, so an increase of $185 there. Not quite hitting that $6,000 a month mark in terms of dividend income. However, if I were to include YouTube value that I got this year, I started getting paid again back in August time frame. Really hit the ball out of the park with respect to getting back on it in September. Last month I really slacked. I didn't have a lot of videos. I was out of town traveling, and I had some people visiting me as well. So a lot of the free time I had, where I generally like to make these videos for you guys, wasn't able to keep up. So in terms of October, I really slacked in terms of what I was able to provide in September. But expecting approximately $456 this year. That's if I round out the next 2 months with about $100 between the both of them. That will push me over the $500 a month mark for the year. Just over $6,000, which would be absolutely great. Really phenomenal that, so early in my, working career, I'm able to have potentially an extra $500 a month. I mean, that's great. I mean, that's most people's car payments. That's, easily covers my cell phone bill, my electric bill, my gas bill, if I wanted to call it that. Not having a car payment, that's, I could get another car, but I'd rather, keep the car that I have and invest the car payments that I technically would be spending. But if I wanted to, I could say, you know what, this is a free car payment. Let me go buy a new car with that and, not have to worry about it anymore. And sometimes I think about that. Sometimes I'm like, maybe if I get this close to $1,500 a month, I'll just, get a cool car and start a different sort of YouTube channel and talk about that cool car. But $1,500 a month doesn't get you a cool enough car for that. But really cool, considering I'm only year 5, 6 within this dividend journey. Really only 3, 4 years taking it extremely seriously. I would say 2015 is when I started taking investing more seriously, and 2016 is really when I dug deep and started coming up with a deeper love and expectation out of myself with respect to my dividend investing. So really, really excited about where I've gotten to in 2018 with about $5,700 in dividend income, another $6,000 or so. Actually, that'd be cool. I should add my dividends and then YouTube money on top. Anyway, at the moment, I'm still pondering what my 2019 goal will be. I'll easily surpass $6,000 a month in dividend income. Currently, I think it's around $6,500, $6,600. So I'm toying with, I need to invest about $30,000-ish or $25,000-ish to get $1,000 in income. If I keep, making it about 4% dividend yield rate. So that being said, for me to get to a 12-month rate of $8,400, that would be a substantial investment needed next year. Just to make a forward 12-month rate, so 12 months ahead, I would need about $41,000 more than I have invested today, which I could easily do if I wanted to switch out my 401k and invest it, separately, but I'd rather not do that. I'd rather keep my 401k separate for the moment. So it would basically be a very stretch goal for me to get 8,400, but 7,200, considering it's only, $600 or so in terms of money that I don't have at the moment invested, which would probably be around 10 to 15 grand, more like $15,000 invested in the next couple months to be able to attain that $7,200 a month next year. I don't know. Easily with YouTube, funds, that would be a couple $100. I would definitely be able to do that. But just on its own, I'm thinking it's got to be somewhere between 7,200 and 8,400. Both are really good. 7,200, $600 a month. 8,400 is $700 a month. I mean, both are just, phenomenal results, regardless of whatever I do. So, I'm hoping to really sit out and think about it in the next couple days and make a video when I reveal what I will be doing. But like always, like, subscribe. Really appreciate you guys writing the comments. I love talking to you guys about this. A lot of you guys like the Excel workbook that I have. I share that in a couple of my videos. So if it's not on this one, feel free to look on other videos. And sometimes I will keep it in the description below, so look there. But yes, continue to comment down below. And if I don't talk to you guys on this video, feel free to comment on a different one. And if I don't talk to you there, well, don't know what to say. I will talk to you next time I make a different video. Weird outro, kind of at a loss for words. Still thinking about what my 2019 goal will be for dividend income. So apologies. I'll talk to you guys soon.